Hello again. We're back with World of Warships operations. I got a little frustrated with the carriers taking so long, so I'm playing submarines, which take equally as long, but they're much more fun to play in operations since you don't have to worry about all of your aircraft getting immediately shot down as soon as you get in range. We are currently waiting in the queue because waiting in the queue is like half this game for some reason. Oh, there it goes. Let's see what operation we get. We get the loading screen operation. Oh, there it goes. Oh, Defensive Naval Station Newport. Well, this is the one that I immediately died last time, so hopefully I don't embarrass myself on stream as bad as I did then. I'm betting we're going to get a north spawn. What is Aichiran? Oh, it's one of the Chinese ones. Loading. Oh, there it goes. Well, we have an Ohio and an Illinois, so I'm really hoping that they can manage the DPS. St. Louis is gonna stop here. Right here to see if we can spot the Fletcher to aim his torpedoes. At least get some air support going. They'll immediately launch fighters. Got that AA. I think I do more damage with aircraft as a submarine than I do as an aircraft carrier. Which may say bad things about my skills as an aircraft carrier captain, rather than good things about my skill as a submarine captain. No, I don't think I'm going to get any hits on these guys. Hopefully our battleships can do something about it. Battleships. Didn't even get any bomber hits. But I got some spotting points, so, you know, that's good. Fletcher got one. Come on, Fletcher, you gotta get ruined. And not die. It's very important that you don't die, Fletcher. Got two. Oh, I only hit him with one torpedo. Out there's Illinois got it. Alright, good. We're in position. Switch to my... Chinese commander. We're gonna give Omi a little bombing. I want to. Gonna hit him. The double miss. Immediately cleared.
Commander, we've been detected.
Yeah, not my smoothest move. That's not good. run full speed here. And see if we can at least get some spotting once we're clear of a Moggy here. Hit him. Go. Turn around here. Well, I at least managed a couple of hits. It's not my best work, though. Hopefully they can take out Kit before he gets around that corner. I'm gonna go see if I can do something about this third attack. We should go for clean these two islands down here and go for F5 to intercept. Oh, just Brindisi. They'll take him out. Really don't want to be caught out here when the final attack wave spawns, though. At least not on the surface. If I'm submerged, I can at least get away from wherever they are. But I also want to get as much battery time for the final attack as I can. Torpedoes downrange, might as well, since we reload two at a time. We can put two out there and get the reload started. It's a really good. Uh-oh. It made mistakes. Pinged my sonar and I would have known where he was. Sonar ping will be cleared. Oh, he sank somebody. Definitely wasn't anybody I was shooting at. Alright, we got that guy. Alright, got some time to recharge my batteries while they kill these guys. Not my best move. I probably should have just hung out around the island so I could have gotten my main torpedo tubes on the target. I was thinking I was going to get my rear torpedo tubes on the target, but I made mistakes. There was an island in the way. Get my rear torpedo tubes on the target. Alright, I can at least run on the surface though, because we're far enough away. Alright, they took care of it. So when I'm doing this mission, I don't know how the optimal way to do it, but I prefer to start at the southernmost group there that spawns around H2 and then work my way up. Because the H2 group is the fastest. And they'll usually get into the base first. But I don't know if that's the best way to do it, especially as a submarine. Might be better to just go find the big capital ship and just let loose on him with as many torpedoes as I can. Take him out before the enemy does any damage with his giant, what are they, 20-inch guns? Can't imagine them ever actually building 20-inch guns. It's little crazy. Because like each inch adds like a Honda Civic. It's like I don't know the exact numbers off the top of my head, but it gets pretty wild when you're firing, you know, just the 14-inch guns are like multiple cars worth of weight. Like, I don't know how true the story is, but supposedly Texas on D-Day with her 14-inch guns was providing fire support, and she fired at a tank and it flipped the tank over because of blast from the artillery shells. So our ping will be cleared. But not think about. That did not do much.
Commander, we've been detected.
Nope. I think I just made a fatal mistake.
We're open on the waterline. We're flooding quickly. Commander, we've been detected.
Well, I survived somehow.
Problem solved, sir.
Should have dived a lot earlier. It's right there. Close enough. Yeah, this isn't my best work. How far is it? Okay, we can get on the surface at least. Yeah, nobody hit him. Let's see if we can get in range to engage that Sumi here. Definitely not my best work. I do have all these amazing fights all day long, and then we have, when I turn on the camera, it's that live streamer's curse. Also forgot to turn off my mic for swallowing my water, sorry. I'm sure none of you wanted to hear that. I think I fired that way too soon. Yeah, because he's turned away from me. I was thinking he was turned towards me, so the distance would close as opposed to open. Ah. Oh well. Maybe we'll get another chance here to close on him. Got St. Louis doing a suicide run. Yep, there he goes. 30 seconds, 60 seconds. Yeah, we'll have plenty of time for reload here. Go ahead. Do some more. Yeah, we fired those way too early. Let's see them all disappear before we get there. And this island's gonna get in the way of us for our next shot. Well, I never played this one before as a submarine, so yeah. And that's the end of us. Well, the team carried us, so you know I can't complain too much. See, maybe these 4 torpedoes will hit Yamato and we'll have at least a little bit of redemption on ourselves. But I get the impression he's slowed down for some reason. They're gonna miss. Yep. Come on. Press that W key. Oh. Bummer. Well, I tried. Need to sit down and just grind. I want to get Ohio. I got Illinois instead. I think was a better option because I already had Georgia. Oof. Yep, we got it. The bot carried the day there at the end. 2 kills. Ooh, that's a pretty blue. Wonder which camouflage that is. Well, we still have to earn another. Yes, we have to earn more. Math is hard, okay, guys? Alright. Well, make another shot. Oh, our commander went up 1 level. I think we want to save that. So I probably have a horrible setup here. I don't know why you wouldn't want more dive capacity. What does this one do though? With a sector, the torpedo damage is highlighted, so okay. So that just makes him do more damage if you use the homing torpedoes. So I think this is what the game recommends that we get. I'm not sure I agree with that. Because you just have to pay attention to know that information. Like, should know, how far you are away from the enemy. Unless they spot they're not spotted, I guess maybe that will give you that information. But I don't know. It seems reckless of me as a submarine player to rush into situations without knowing what's surrounding that position. Maybe that's just because I play, long range torpedo submarine as opposed to, well, I'm going to get up in your face and shoot you game style, which is viable still, but not as good as it was when they first launched submarines, where you could just one shot a battleship at point blank range, and they literally had no time to do anything about it. All right, I've played this one a few times today, so I won't embarrass myself as badly as I did last time. Cosmo Min, I wonder who that is. It's a test ship, I'm betting. And he's still got you just click on it and it opens a Wikipedia page or something on it, right? Alright. So what I do here is I run forward a bit, and then I'll when my 9 button comes up, my bombers, I'll make a hard right turn and then go periscope depth and go super slow and just fire the torpedoes as they become available. make our farm turn. And slow to 1 foot. And target Eisen. And or wait, because he's not up to speed yet. Right, and then I'll go to periscope depth to avoid Ozma spotting me as he comes around. And then I just make a half rudder and that keeps me in arc. Also keeping me, well, it actually seems to overturn now. We get those 2 hits. 1, 2. And we'll get 2 more hits. And Zhao is doing something. Oh, not 2 more hits. Nope. We got hit because Zhao decided he needed to park right next to us there, I guess. I'm not sure what he was thinking. We didn't take too much damage, so I won't complain too much about it. He's trying to see if there's the enemy spawned up north or not, but I already can tell you it didn't. Because they'd already be shooting at him. Which means we need to make a run south as fast as we can. Now they say, it said, what is it, 15%? 13%. 13.3% more. But I really don't feel any faster. Like, maybe it's because it's 13% faster, but you don't get any extra acceleration, so it kind of like has to push it that extra bit there. Yeah, it is going up beyond the 33 that I usually see, so just can't turn, I guess. We're gonna have to dive to get under this guy. See, he's gonna slowly meander in front of us here. Just so we can get a up close look at him. This guy. Bonk. Well, I broke some of my crewmen's arms there, man. It was not my best work. We in range of the bombers? We're close. Crush his little slow crawl right in front of us again too. And my dog, of course, now his new habit is to bark when I'm streaming. The neighbors are allowed to be outside not without his permission though. He says you have to have my permission to go outside. Wondering if it's worth. Well, that's going to be embarrassing if I get hit by that. Let's turn our rudder a little bit just to make sure we don't get hit. Ooh, he's hanging out in the smoke. Smoking is bad for your health. Well, the warships is good for your health. Although, I'm not sure those torpedoes were any worth it. I don't want to switch. Let's switch up too. Let's see. Some shots on. gonna get finished off. Okay, looks like we've got the horse coming in from the north here. So they'll come down the 5 and the 4 line right between those two. So we'll make another run north. Bark, 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 bark. That's what Doggy says. And I know there's nobody at my door because I have a camera and I'm looking at the camera. So he's just barking at people out on the street. And I like that he's protective of the house and stuff, but it's obnoxious because he chooses to do it at the 1 hour of the day that I'm streaming. But him barking is a sign that he thinks this is his territory and that he wants to protect this. So I'd rather have him feeling at home where he can bark and protect me, but I kind of would like him to, you know, keep it down while I'm streaming. Are they going to go down the 3 line just because that one guy's there? May do that. See if I can deploy some bombers and scouts. I'm not sure what that Ozma's doing. I think he might be running aground. So I'll show you. Confuse my algorithm pathfinding. I'll run into the floor, the ocean, the island. I was gonna say the floor of the ocean, but it was a terrible idea. That guy just got nailed. Right, well, he seems to be... Fine, I'll pull up the reverse here. This guy comes around this corner. Man, oh, I way overshot that. Reverse. At least get 2 hits here. Yeah. Good turn here. Okay, we have plenty of room over there. Whoop! Russians citadel the heck out of that guy. Coming up through the... Okay. But we've got all these heavy battleships coming up the thing. Well, looks like it's 2 large cruisers and 1 battleship. I'm kind of disappointed that they chose for the oh, there's a battleship, 2 battleships. Disappointed that they chose the large cruisers rather than, you know, sticking with something that was a little bit more historically accurate. Because there's a convoluted history behind large cruisers, but nobody was going to build any until the U.S. built Alaska, and then everybody was like, well, maybe they're onto something. Maybe they know something we don't. We need to look into this. And then, of course, by the time they actually got around to looking into it, designing ships, it was way too late in the war. And they were not going to build anything. And by the time the Alaska was ready, the ships it was designed to fight were already over the ocean floor anyway. And part of my disappointment stems from the fact that the ones where you fight the Allied forces, they don't get the large cruisers. They just get the regular cruisers and light cruisers. Or, I guess they're heavy cruisers, not regular cruisers. But I'm going to go ahead and fire too. Since this time they're actually headed for me as opposed to the last time where they were headed away, I'm going to start my dive. Because I have learned from my mistakes. And we're going to move so there we go. And then fire 2 more at Yoshino. We will go to a full reverse here again. I think I'm going to hit Yamato and Yoshino. It was not my intention. I wanted to hit Yakumo twice, but he seemed to have at least taken out his engines, which is good. And then doing the same thing. Yoshino again. And there we go. Looks like they're spawning to the south again. Run as straight as possible so it's fast. Whoop.
Stone the crows.
Torpedoed me. We are in trouble. We should not have pushed that far north. I didn't think they would continue spawning down there. Hopefully Diane can handle it. But you know what? I said they needed an open Wikipedia page. What they should do, when you click on the name of the ship, it should, like, pronounce it for you, right? So then I'm not sitting here guessing how to say all these wonderful names. Like, I know that's Zhao, and I know that's Prussian. Well, that was a hard one right there. Ranger? And then that one's even harder. Because I want to say Z46, but I have a suspicion that if it was German, it would be Z46. And then there's Holland. Holland is easy. But I guess we should try to outrun... Oh, somebody's already got to the objective before we did. So I guess that's not a problem. I kind of think maybe I should stay up north. We have a whole bunch of ships down south.
Autopilot mode disabled.
We just very slowly sail in circles here. Very slowly sailing in circles. I think we had a good team. Oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Where did he come from? He definitely just spawned in right there, right? He wasn't like sailing in with the rest of them. Okay. Let's put... Although our 2 destroyers seemed to know they were coming. Though Z 59 is not having a good time. So let's see if we can get Clausewitz here.
Commander, we've been detected.
Uh-oh. Oh. Holland saved us. Thank you, Holland. Remind me to give him accommodation once we've stuck claws here. Nope. Russians sniped him from downtown. Holland. Thank you for the assistance. Alright, well, there's nobody else in a 9-kilometer radius. I didn't do anything, but I'm glad I stayed up north so I didn't look silly running all the way down south. That'd be just my luck, is I went all the way south and then all the enemies would spawn up north. Well, I did much better than my last battle. Much less embarrassing. It's not my best run, but having a good team... I've noticed having a good team makes it harder for submarines and aircraft carriers to do good. They kind of rely on the team not stealing all the kills before they get there, right? Hey, 5 stars. Look at that. We got... Getting there on the base EXP. Combat missions, let's check. Okay, so I finished all of those. This isn't available till tomorrow. So it's just these. I have to get the submarine ones. I don't think I'm going to get submarine and aircraft carriers done in time. I may switch to battleships just because battleships I'm you know, it's a lot faster than aircraft carriers. I picked aircraft carrier because it was slower on the number, but I don't think it's low enough that it's worth the difference in gaining EXP. Although if I have more games like that one where I killed those 4 guys, even though we still lost when I didn't get the 200% bonus. You know, that actually might be what the trick is here, is to play all the different ships as opposed to just playing one ship over and over. Because you get that 200% bonus right now from the anniversary or whatever. I think, depending on how long this one takes, we die early or not. Hopefully we don't. I will switch to battleships because I have a whole bunch of those. I suppose the submarines, I only have the 1 tier 10. Although I guess this would be a good excuse to play tier 8 submarines so I can learn the German ones and all those other ones. Maybe I'll do that instead. I do need to make sure if I play my Montana or any of my battleships with the commanders from Transformers that I turn off the copyrighted music. Not that it really matters because I'm not monetized as a YouTuber. Ooh, that was a good hit. The AI bomber's doing work. Fire 1, fire 2. Oh, that was really not accurate.
Commander, we've been detected.
Uh-oh. Isn't good. Alright, they shot them down. I wasn't paying attention to the, How did you know I was there? must have been a shot of the fuel spell. Don't think we're gonna make a hit. I missed both those. That was annoying.
Problem solved, sir.
Punished for my hubris. Come on. Alright, got some hits. Oh, look at that. Got a flooding kill. Oop. Definitely shouldn't have. Alright, so let's run north. Yeah, there he goes again. Bark! Bark! I am a dog. The bomber's down. I'm gonna wait till I get closer. Ooh, I need some chapstick. Just realized how dry my lips were.
Commander, we've been detected.
Definitely not doing my best work here.
Torpedoes to port.
That's interesting. He took shots at me with torpedoes. We got him with 4 hits, though. And then our friends finished him off. I'm not sure I can make the hits on these guys, but we will give it a shot. Then I will start running south. So I think, or at least I hope, the friendlies are going to kill that guy before. Maybe I should line up my torpedo tubes for another shot at him. See, the problem is the torpedoes are too slow. I think he's going to outrun them. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to, they're going to pass behind him here. But do that.
Commander, we've been detected.
Okay. German
The ship is on fire.
burned through all my air parties. Alright, they got him. Probably should have just let that fire burn itself out. But I'm reluctant to do that because I don't want to burn through my HP. I'd rather run out of repair parties than lose chunks of my HP. Especially since the cooldown doesn't really matter on the repair party. Especially in this mode, but in any mode you shouldn't be revealing yourself without your cooldown on your repair party being back up. Be a silly billy thing to do. Uh-oh, maybe I made a mistake in trying to run south. Let's loop back around here. See where these two guys that were spotted. How were they spotted? Must have been my aircraft carriers or barriers. No, because I didn't get. Did I get spotting ribbons? I don't think I got spotting ribbons for it. I don't know. Somebody, if somebody ever watches this VOD, they can go back and tell me. I've got a sudden awful case of heartburn. I'm hoping the random burp that I just didn't get picked up by the microphone. More like a hiccup than a burp, but I'm sure none of you wanted to hear that. or hear about it afterwards. I probably shouldn't have acknowledged it. Just pretend it didn't happen. I love the art in this game. I do wish I could get like a better look of the submarine though. Playing around. Right. Are they gonna go through the crack, or are they gonna come? Okay, it looks like they're going south. So last time they came around this corner here. Maybe that's what they're gonna do this time. They should be. Setting things on fire over there. Alright, I gotta go under. And stop. Now, I'm not sure if submarines can actually stop and hold their position underwater like that. Well, I think you'd need to be at least moving forward a little bit, right? Could have used the radio torpedoes there. Too busy wondering about the physics of buoyancy. He's going on the other side of the island there. My poor sub is all beat up.
Commander, we've
It's
been
about to get more beat up.
Commander, we've been detected.
It's AP bombers trying to hit us. Well, I'll show you, Kit. Shoot me. That's kind of terrifying. You imagine being stuck on that ship. There's Yugi. Looks like they're doing the same route that we did last time. Switch to that. And target lead ship.
Commander, we've been detected.
Go away. Now I know how destroyer captains feel. That they don't have the option to hide underwater. I'm wondering if I should turn north and hit Kairu. Right, hi Kairu? Well, Tatsu is the... Go away! Was watching a video on the development of the underwater rockets that the British developed, and how they discovered that if you fired them beside the ship into the water, they would come up at level and smash the submarine that you were you were aiming for, as opposed to was short. Short was the term. So you fire it short, and then they would deflect in the water and run parallel to the surface, and then they would puncture holes in the submarine. And so what they figured was they would use that effect on purpose to hunt submarines. And they made these unarmed warheads that were specifically designed to do that. Could be in trouble here because he's going to pass. He's passing in front of that ship. Or he's running into that ship. And then this guy's going to be in trouble here because he's going to run out of battery power before. Anyway, the rockets would run parallel to the surface and punch holes into the submarine. And they didn't have explosive charges, they were just like steel rods. And they would puncture holes, but the holes would be enough that the submarine would have to come to the surface. Because, you know, submarines can't hold, if it's leaking, it's going to fill up with water and everyone's going to drown. And then, of course, then they could finish it off with another strike with actual explosive weapons. Alright, well, we got 2 kills. Now, if I remember correctly, what's going to happen is the enemy's going to spawn directly on top of us. And this time we don't have enough battery power, so we'll just keep running backwards here. And hope we'll have enough battery power to survive if we have to dive. Yep, there it is. It spawned directly on top of us. Let's hit clots with. Hopefully that AA battery will save us. Oh, just barely saved us. And it looks like those 2 torpedoes are going to miss. Oh, guess he didn't save us. And these 2 torpedoes are going to miss. Well. Come on, team. Finish these guys off before I have to surface again. Run forward and turn. At the very least, we can get our rear battery on there. Okay. Our team has saved us. Realized I had my headphones on backwards. Little earbuds. Should get like a sticker and put on them. Although the sticker would probably irritate my ears. They have a little R and L on them, but when I take them out, yell at the dog or whatever, they look, he's shiny. He's very shiny. Raptor is bullying that destroyer there. Hey, 5 stars again. Look at that. And oh, look, we're almost at 20,000 base EXP. Alright, well, I think I'll stop arguing and just keep playing submarines, because it seems to be going okay. So, I am going to take a quick break and use the restroom. Ah, I return. Alright. Let's play one more operation as a submarine. Then I think I'll call it a night. But those last two went so well, I can't bring myself to sign off yet. It's kind of interesting how it goes in waves. By not immediately hitting, do play again like everybody else did, I have to wait for a group now. If I kept hitting play again, it would continue to put me in groups. But the interesting part is that those groups are already active groups, so I'm wondering if it goes in cycles. Yes, my puppy is very upset because it's been an hour and I haven't quit yet. Now he's biting my hand. That's how he displays displeasure, is he puts his mouth on my hand. He doesn't close his mouth, he just puts it around my fingers. Like a, hey, pay attention to me, not the video game. Now I'm rubbing his ear and he's happy. Ooh, this will be interesting. I don't think I've done this one as a submarine yet. Well, we're going to get hit by that initial wave of destroyers. Don't think anybody has radar. Oh, no, there's a Moskva. He has radar. The French ships don't have radar. Who made that man a gunner? Right, we have 30 seconds for our bombers, so if Moskva hasn't used his radar by then, I'll drop the bombers. And that should be enough to spot the enemies because we're at tier 10. That is an ugly ship. Nasty radioactive green smoke. I know real radioactive smoke doesn't look like that. Alright, let's put our bombers to already gunning our battleships. We'll switch to the propellers, or the homing torpedoes. Well, that was weird. Did I manage to shoot right between two of them? Okay, there's something definitely going on there. I'm definitely tagging them with that. Yeah, this is weird. They are too shallow or something. Now see, that one says sonar ping will be cleared, so that makes sense. But now we gotta run into the bay as fast as we can. Get into torpedo range. I'm gonna switch to the standard torpedoes as opposed to the magic homing torpedoes. We'll run in slightly ahead of that Yoshino. Is he telling? Oh. I was like, why is he telling him to get back? I see. He's having issues. He appears to be one stiff sneeze away from being turned into Henry the Pieces as opposed to Henry the Fourth. I really reached for that joke. Yeah, I think he knows to get back. I think he's picked that up with Endare. Or Gandalf, as they call you in some places. There's a submarine. Not submarine. I am the submarine. That is a cruiser. Nope. Wondering if I should try to fire on him, or if I should go north. I think I could do homing torpedoes. Miss. And he's used damage to the party. Don't need to start submerging. Oh, I better submerge now. Nope, guess I don't need to. I don't think we need to shoot that guy. I think the other guy's got it. Yep, there he goes. Getting lots of spotted damage though. Wish I had pinged him earlier before my torpedo sailed past him. And I just realized that I did that completely the wrong order, and all my torpedoes are now going to go that way. I wonder if they'll actually hit. We'll find out. I've been detected because the giant light is not good. Oh, that's really not good.
Open on the waterline. Flooding quickly. The ship is on fire.
Well, these torpedoes might have hit if I had completely messed that up. You have to ping first, then fire the torpedoes.
Problem solved, sir.
Wish there was like a clear ping button, right? You could just say, I don't want to ping. I don't want to keep my ping. But it wouldn't have saved me anyway because I was too late. Ah. I got distracted with the azimuths and couldn't get in close enough to save the 9th Regiment. And he's turning, so those torpedoes are going to miss. At least no one on the team has died yet. I say that, and I'm going to end up being the first one to die. Well, I got him. He's way too close. But it's a little weird. I don't know if they've changed the ping mechanics. I haven't played Submarines very much, but it feels like I'm missing pings somehow. Like I'll hit them, but it'll just like go through as opposed to actually hitting them. Wait till we get to periscope depth. And double tap. And I'm just gonna start turning. Ping will be cleared. Come on. Come on. Get him. There we go.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
Those bombers did not do good work at all. Did they get any hits? No. They must not be able to get hits at night, which is dumb, because I've done hits with aircraft carrier bombers, but maybe they didn't want them submarines to be too powerful if their bombers worked at night. Well, they must have... maybe they just got shot down. Oh, that GK is not having a good time. Okay, there we go. No. A little bit of disruption shot him off. Hear it. Try again.
Commander, we've been
Yeah, stupid random planes that know where you are. Trying to fight a destroyer long range is not my favorite. Come on, hit him. Just hit him. Thank you. Right, now we gotta try to get close enough that we can put our bombers on. I'm gonna switch to gunfire torpedoes and just kind of fire into the cluster of ships that appears here. And I'm gonna make another straight dash. And we are nowhere near it. Which is good, because I'd rather be off cooldown, go as close as we can at this time instead of that. That'll do. I'd rather be off cooldown and out of range than on cooldown and in range. And there goes the last of my water. That's why I play for exactly an hour. I run out of water. I'm gonna remember to fill it up at the start. Oh, we got more bombers going to look for us again. And we hit the airfield again. Yeah. We've never done this one with the submarine, so I don't know. Man, they really want me. That's funny. I've never done this one with the submarine, so I don't know how the bombers will work against the land targets. It is too funny. Take a screenshot of that. Wonder if you can hear the screenshot noise or see the screenshot icon on this. I've seen some streamers it comes up on there, but I think they're using screen capture as opposed to window capture. And I barely trust OBS as it is. I don't trust it to do screen capture and not accidentally show something I don't want you guys seeing. So, yeah, those bombers are really on me. Right, just let that guy loose and see what happens. So I'm gonna have to turn south to air cover if these guys keep coming after me like this. That's kind of hilarious, though. Like, they know there's a submarine there because of, AI magic. I don't think we did any damage to the airfield with the bombers. That's kind of disappointing. I don't know what they're for besides damaging targets that I can't damage. Alright, well, let's go. Well, I'm gonna say let's go surface and start shooting, but I don't know if that's a good idea. We may have to play things this way. Okay on the turning. No, wasn't my best shot. Let's see if we can some more torpedoes downrange. And I'm going to make a run back to the aircraft carriers because these planes do not like me. Make one more attempt to see if we can bomb the airfield with these. hilarious how they know where I'm at because of, you know, AI magic. And so they're just gonna hover around me and ignore the enemy. Or ignore the enemies they can actually hit. They're gonna ignore them and they're gonna try to get me. I was hoping the CVs would, you know, put down fighter cover, but they seem to be only capable of putting it down on top of themselves. Oh, Moscow cleared our... I was gonna say cleared our 6, but that's more of a fighter thing. Yeah, battery depleted. I'm gonna make another run for it. Yeah, see if we can get back into torpedo range now that our aircraft tails are gone. Seems like Prussian is hitting the airfield.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
What's our other battleship doing? Iwami is camping out at the carriers. Well, I would complain that they're not shooting the aerodomes, but I really don't have room to complain, I suppose, since I haven't exactly done any damage to the aerodomes either. Well, instead of wasting the planes over the aerodomes, maybe we can do some damage to the enemy fleet here. Switch to the surface torpedoes. Fire a spread into the path of that Clausewitz, see what he hits. And we'll come around this way. Fire on target. Got some hits. We may have finished Clausewitz off. Teach you to detect us. There's no undetected ships within our range. Alright, now Iwami just needs to hit the southern airfield and we will be all good to go. Hit this guy with some bombers. Although the bombers have not been useful this time so far. They seem to be very bad at hitting anything that's not a battleship. Let's head north because there's not really much we can do to shoot the aerodome. Oh, I can really pass it. As it's a
Commander, we've been detected.
Wasn't the best shot. Oop, this guy's trying to torpedo me. Or he's trying to torpedo Moscow. No Prussians on it. Just do a little old-fashioned shotgunning here. Gonna regret it, but come on, Moskva, get him. There we go. Well, Moskva didn't get him, but he at least... Okay, there we go. Whew. That was a close one. For me, dying. The team was always going to win. So, alright. My dog is chewing on my hand again. And we've got to 20,000, so I'm only... You know, I need another 10,000 or 13,000. And then I'll have to work on battleships or aircraft carriers. I haven't decided yet. But at least we're getting close. So I'm going to call the stream here. I'll probably do, as usual, do